Okay, welcome to July. This is July 1st, and I'm just finishing up my final run before the Peachtree Road Race this coming Sunday, July 4th. And this is kind of my final hard workout. I'll do a brief shakeout on Saturday, but I've got my New Balance Beacon 3s on. That's my race day shoe, and just finishing up the cool down here. And I thought it'd be interesting to share with you what my planning is for the Peachtree Road Race here in a few days. I've been training specifically for it for about, well, ever since last year, really. But last year's was virtual. But I started a 12-week training block back in April, and that's finishing up. So the race is in a few days. So let me get back, get cooled off here, and we will take a look at the, talk a little bit more about my planning and kind of what my strategy is going into the Peachtree Road Race here in just a few days. Okay, back cooled off, showered, got some food in, got a little work done. Now I thought I'd sit down and kind of share with you whatever my strategy is for the upcoming Peachtree Road Race here on July 4th in just 3 days. For those of you that aren't familiar, the Peachtree bills itself as the world's largest 10K. Normally they have about 60,000 participants all crammed into one day, July 4th. This year, because of the pandemic, they have split into 2 days. So they'll be running on Saturday the 3rd and Sunday the 4th, with a total of about 35,000 people split between those 2 days. I'm running on Sunday, July 4th, and am seated in, went and picked up my number last week, and I'm seated in Wave A, which is the first wave behind the elites and the seated runners. And you get in a wave based off of a time, a verifiable time that you submit. So I submitted my time from last year's Atlanta Half Marathon, which was run on the day after the Atlanta Olympic trials back in February of last year, right before everything shut down for the pandemic. And I did a pretty good half marathon for me. I did a 1:38:30, so it came in right at 7:31 a mile. So I submitted that time for this year's Peachtree and got placed in Wave A. Now I've run the Peachtree every year since 2018. Here's that t-shirt from that first year, and I'm looking forward to this year's race because I have been training pretty specifically for it, especially the last 3 or 4 months. So I thought I'd share with you a little bit about what I did last time I ran this as a live race and what I'm looking for this year. So I'm going to go ahead and start the screen recorder here, and hopefully you will be able to see. So here you have, this is my Strava event from the 2019 Peachtree, which was July 4th, 2019. And in that race, I ran, official time was 47:14, which works out for the 6.22 miles at about 7:31, around 7:40 a mile, actually. So I'm hoping to better that. My goal for this year is to be under 7:30 a mile for the 10K, which would give me somewhere in the 46 to 46:30 pace. So let's take a look at that. But first, in 2019 with my 47:14, I finished about 1,866th out of 60,000, 1,572nd in the male, 98th in my age group, which was 50 to 54. This year, I'm in the 55 to 60, so I should do better relative to my age group since I'm the young guy in the old guy age bracket. So my goal is to run faster than I did then, and hopefully faster per mile than I did in the half marathon. So I mentioned in another video that I train by power. So I don't use heart rate or pace. I have a stride power, running power meter that I use, and it calculates my average, what they call critical power, which is how much effort I can run at for a certain period of time. So they have this thing called a race calculator where you can plug in the race that you're running. So I was able to download the Peachtree Road Race GPS file. So you've got an elevation profile here, and then my estimated target power is 294 watts. So given the elevation profile and how fast I should be able to run for that amount of time, I should be somewhere around 4619, which ends up being about 728 a mile. So that's my goal. My stretch would be to be under 46 minutes. And it might be possible, since the race starts super early. I am in Wave A, and this year Wave A starts at 6:30 in the morning, so right at sunrise. So I should not be having to deal with the sun, but it's going to be about mid-60s, maybe 65 to 70 degrees, and probably high humidity. So I do have to account for that. So we shall see. But as you can see, the course is not flat. Has a little bit of an uphill at the beginning, and then downhill to about mile 3, and then uphill for a good portion, then a little bit of rolling, and then the last mile is generally downhill. So my goal is to be on the level, to be running somewhere around 7 minutes a mile, 7:15 a mile. Uphill, somewhere around 7:20 to 7:30. Downhill, probably 6:50 to 7 minutes a mile. So if I can maintain that, specifically the power, not keep my effort too far out of bounds, and keep it close to 294 watts, that should give me a time of about 46:19. So running with power is a little different. You don't worry about your heart rate or your pace. It's all about the amount of energy that you're expending. So that's my goal. I think I'm in good enough shape to do this. I've been training specifically for the last 12 weeks to run at basically a 7:15 to 7:30 pace per mile for a 10K. So we shall see. I will post a video after the race with my results and kind of an analysis to see how I ended up. The good thing is we're starting early. The bad thing is, in order for me to get down there to be ready to go at 6:15 in the morning, I've got to wake up at 3 in the morning on Sunday so I can get down there and get ready to go. So it'll be an early day, hopefully a successful day. I feel pretty good about my training. I've done a good job in the last week of kind of tapering off my effort. Just did the workout today was just about 30 minutes of running with about 15 minutes easy and then about 15 minutes with 4 1-minute accelerations at about 5K pace, just enough to keep the legs going. I'll do a short run on Saturday, the day before, probably just a mile, mile and a half with a few little pickups in there, then get a good night's rest and get up and run. So I will share with you my results from the Peachtree 2021 on Tuesday, the 6th of July. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that button to subscribe if you want more content talking about running, health and fitness, and the things we can do to be healthier as we go through life. Go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you can do that, that's a great way to spread the word about this channel and the things we're doing. And leave a comment down there and let me know what race you are running this weekend or coming up this summer. we're right in the middle of summer road racing season, and a lot of stuff is back live in person, which is great. So everybody have a safe 4th, and if you're running a race, good luck to you. Hope you beat your goal, and we will see you back here on the 6th with an analysis of how I did. Until then, be well.